Hello, I'm giving Death Road's All-Stars Solo another shot. This time I'm playing as motorcycles, or the bikes, the Yokomoto bikes, the Katana, and the Wakazashi. And the way I did it, I chose the Diesel Twins because they're kind of made for the bikes, thematically anyway. I don't know if mechanically it matters. And I chose the weapons instead of like choosing them. I just made a random selection. I ended up with the back weapons and the front weapons being from the base game. Interestingly, the front weapons go to the back and the back weapons fire forwards. The front weapons are smoke and mirrors and smoke trail. So some smoke hits, which basically just do handling. So I don't know how helpful that's going to be. Then the back weapons are the Immortar and Fireworks. And the Immortar does heavy amount of damage, but the target has to be way up here at the front and you have to be way at the back. You know, which I could set myself up with being at the back, but the boss being at the front is going to be tough. The boss, which is randomly selected, was a aggressive character type. So they like to try and bash the enemy. So if I'm back there, he's probably going to be moving a lot backwards. So I don't think the Immortar is going to be all that useful. Even the Fireworks is going to be tough. He has to be like 3 spaces in front of me. So he'd have to be like there no later. So I don't know. I'm not feeling good about this game. The wheel wrap and, well, yeah, both our wheel wraps are the middle vehicle weapons, and they go to the sides, and they might be what I try most. They only do 2 damage, but they add a net, which is from one of the expansions, I believe Goons and Guns. The net causes you put a token on the vehicle, and then for every net token, both of these weapons put on 2. For every time the vehicle moves forward, it gains 1, it loses 1 health. So I got to shuffle those in with the rest of the deck. A vehicle, drone, all this stuff, all this AI boss stuff, because you're fighting a boss here, was selected randomly. So it came up as the Gently High Roller, which is a big chunky sort of vehicle, and it does heavy bash damage, 3 health, 1 handling. I got to hit the Clumsy type as the AI, so he likes to skid a lot. And with the weapons is the Dragon Tail, which hits directly behind, and the Smoke Bomb, which hits directly forward, and a little bit to the sides, as you can see. Now maybe I should start myself not right behind the boss. He's got this Dragon Tail weapon. He could nail me out. I don't have anything that hits directly in front, unless you're like way behind. The interesting thing about the bikes is, so you control 2 of them. They can occupy the same spot. They can occupy different spots. If they're in the same spots, they don't collide. So they never collide with each other. They can move through that. It's all fine. I move, maybe I'm gonna start like this. I'm gonna start like that. The drone, I'm using this miniature from Thunder Road because it uses smaller vehicles. So I think it works well as a sort of a stand-in for the drone, which in this case randomly came up as the Roomba. And its random weapons are pretty good. One, this all-out shot, which hits every adjacent space and does 5 damage. So that's a pretty tough weapon right there. Like, I wish I had that one. And the AI card is the Brutal type. So pretty similar to the Clumsy type. They're both aggressive, will do friendly fire, and will skid. The thing that's different about them is simply their default and signature moves. The Clumsy type likes to skid. Will skid a lot. Looks like the Brutal type's default action is a lot of bashing, and the signature move is some weapons to the side. I'm doing the weather deck, so that comes up during the sort of like it's in the original game. There's a reveal event phase and a resolve event phase, and there's an event for each round, and there's 5 rounds. So the weather card is kind of like a second event. It's a second thing that's going to affect the vehicles during that round. And during the resolve event phase, you basically flip a die and flip a coin. It's a 50-50 chance the weather stays the same or the weather changes. The initiative phase is first, and the gently high rollers up first, followed by the drone, with the bikes coming in last, as it usually is for these solo games. Preparation phase is up, where I draw 5 cards. We got Apex Hit, Lean In, Fireworks, Smoke Trail, and Stoppy. So a couple of move left and right. One that moves back mostly, and then Fireworks, which means I should have been here. If I'd stayed there, I could have moved back and hit the boss if the boss doesn't move. But I guess we'll find out what happens. Now the reveal event phase comes up. Here's the weather for this round. Super Side Wind. When this card comes into play, that icon is basically flip a coin. If it's red, goes to the right, green goes to the left. In the resolve event phase, at the same time, all vehicles move left or right as indicated by the flip. But it says when this card comes into play. So we're gonna find out, you're gonna know what's coming up for the resolve event phase. So here we go. And we came up red, so everybody's gonna be moving to the right. And that is at the end of the round. Then you get the first event, official road event, which is the support drone. Draw a lane card. The lane cards are basically just 1 through 3, 1 for each asphalt lane. And it's just a random selection of one of those. So it's gonna affect lane 1. In the resolve event phase, every player with a vehicle on the lane that matches the lane card may look into their deck and discard for a weapon card. Show it to the rest of the players and put it in their hand. So that's not really going to affect the boss. All right, now I got to the race phase. We're gonna get going on this. Because of the initiative order being what it is, the gently high roller guy right here, he's gonna go first. You pull an AI card, and we pull that one. It's the Dyson card, but the Dyson's not one of the bosses. So it looks like it moves into a signature, and the X means you use the handling of the weapon. You move once, try to use a weapon, and then you skid. And the handling of that is whatever the weapon is. But he's not going to be able to... Well, yeah, no, he can use the weapon. Actually, let me see who he's going to target, because he can only target one of us. He can move over, hit us, and then he's going to go into skid, because the reckless type ends his weird actions there with skid, strangely enough. All right, there is no instructions in the rules as to which... There is not, so I'll just flip a coin. Or actually, I'll just flip another one of these big square tokens. All right, green will be the katana. Red will be the wakizashi. All right, it's the katana he's gonna go after. His first is an optional move, which he definitely takes because it's the only way to get anybody in range. Then he uses his weapon. It's a handling cost of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it causes 4 damage to the katana, which is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm down. The katana's now down to 1 until it loses its first health. And then we get a burn token. And now he skids. So the AI is always in gear 3, so he's going to pull 3 cards. Gears down doesn't mean anything for him, and then he goes into the right lane. Oh, he goes to the right again, which means he hits the wall since it's a smaller road due to the fewer people. So he's going to do 3 damage to himself. 1, 2, 3, and 2 handling. So now he's down to 3 handling, and he gets 1 more card. Then he goes down. Now the far behind part comes into play, where because he's on a dirt lane and not an asphalt lane, which is a little bit slower, he's going to move down another one. And now he's next to me. It is now the drone's turn, though. The contenders card, not on the board. So it's going to move up, down, left, or right. It's going to cost 2 in handling to do that. He's a brutal type, so he's aggressive. So he would try to hit me or get as close to me as possible. He can't hit me. It's only 1 move. So who's he going to go after? Well, I guess I should flip a coin. Again, green would be katana. Oh, he goes after the Wakizashi. Well, actually, he could just move backwards. Would he try to stay in front of me? I think he might try to stay in front of me, although moving back would put him in range for both of us. Let's see. He's aggressive, so he doesn't care too much about being in front. So I think he might just move back there. Although I guess I shouldn't really be helping out the AI. That's how I always end up losing. All right, so I have a burn token. So that means I have to discard a card. So I definitely not going to be using fireworks. They're all in line with me. I don't think I need fireworks right now. All right, I'm going to do the 2 card actions. I'm going to do the lean in. I'm on gear 2. So this is going to gear me up to 5. And unfortunately, it gives me a handling, but I've already maxed out my handling. So that kind of sucks that I don't get to use that. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, I do. Because it costs 1 in handling, so that's going to go down, and then I'll gain it back again with the +1. All right, so that's 1 card action, and now I would normally only be able to do another driver action. But my special ability is I can do 2 driver actions. So I'm going to do this Apex hit, which is going to cost 2 in handling. And now I'm on gear 5. The way this works now is both bikes can take this action. So I'll be able to pull 4 cards. And I will also be able to bash 4 times. Each bash is only going to do 2 damage, though. Oh, I really wish they pushed, because it would push it into the wall. I'd do some serious damage. But in any case, each bash is only 1 health and 1 handling. So the first guy goes, and it's my katana guy. I'll bash him twice. 1, 2. And then I'll bring down the handling to 1. And then I get to pull 2 cards. Ah, there's one of the side weapons. And there's the other one. Jeez. Wish I had those now. That'd be awesome. But I don't. Hopefully I'll be in position to use them in the next turn. Now the Wakizashi gets to do the same thing. He can do it on the drone, which is going to move the drone down 2 and the handling 2. Then I get to pull another 2 cards. Smoke and Mirrors and Choke. right, then I discard this, and that is done. Now the turn goes to the high roller. High roller's gonna pull an AI card. And I get Little Monster, which is not on the board. So he's just gonna move left, right, up, or down. It's gonna cost him 2 in handling. He is reckless. So he will do stuff that'll make him skid. So he goes 2 handling. And because he's aggressive, he will bash me. And the bash is gonna cost me 3 and 1 handling. So he's gonna knock off my green armor, which allows me to gear up or down. Should I gear down to 4? So I can take 1 less card. I'll leave it at 5. I don't know if that's the best way to do it. And it goes down 1. Cool. Now the drone is up. Oh, the drone pulls the gently high roller. This is not going to be good. So the high roller is going to take over the turn, and it's going to do its special action. No, it's not so bad because he can't do it. His special action is going to cost him 3. The high roller is already below skid, so he will not do that because he can't. So it goes to his default action, which also is going to cost 2. He can't do that. I guess that means he now goes into his skid. It becomes his turn, so he now does his skid. Hopefully he won't bash into me. First thing happens is he gets a stun token. Down there. He's on gear 3, so he's going to be going, pulling 3 skid cards. If he bashes into the wall, that'd be great. If he bashes into me, not so great. He bashes into the wall. He goes to the right. All right. 1, 2, 3. He's down to 1. 1 health. Oh, now he bashes into me. He does 3 health. 1, 2, 3. 1 handling. Third card as he goes down. Boom. And this is going to screw me up because he's in the dirt lane. It sounds good because now he's going to get knocked down out of there. Clumsy type has a special far behind rule. When that vehicle performs far behind, ignore the damage and place it on the row closest to far ahead instead of far behind. So then he'd go back up here. And then it becomes my turn. And now I wish I had that fireworks card that I threw away. Let's see. I'm on gear 5. I can take the choke. That gives me 3 movements. All right, I'll play this choke. It's going to cost me 3 in handling. 1, 2, 3. And now both vehicles get to play in gear 5, which means they get 3 movements. We'll do the Wakazashi first. He will bash twice and then move to the left. Unfortunately, that's going to move him down. But yeah, maybe that'll work out for me. See, the bash damage is 1 condition damage and 1 handling damage. All right, his handling is already as far down as it goes. So he'll take 1 condition for the first bash. For the second bash, it's going to knock out its armor, and then it gets to move. It's a brutal type, so it'll bash back. And it'll do 1 damage and 1 veer token. Who would it bash though? You'd think it'd bash the person who was bashing him, but maybe not. So, you know, I'm gonna do the coin flip thing. The green side is the katana. And that's what it goes after, the katana, unfortunately. Not what I wanted. He bashes the katana, doing 1 damage and 1 veer token. So now that is gone. And actually, that's a trophy. Goes to the motorcycles. So he makes his 3rd move over to here. The katana gets to take those, takes that action as well. He can't get over there. 1, 2, 3. Can't get over to the support drone area. So I guess he'll just do this. 1. I could go 2 and bash the drone, but the drone's got some serious weaponry as well. 2. I think I might move up here. Who's up next? The Roomba's up, because the Roomba hasn't done its skid yet. It gets a stun token. You move that off to show it is done with a round. It is in gear 1. So it does 1 skid card. And it moves to the left. It's now my turn, okay. And I gotta deal with a veer token. I'm gonna pass, because I don't want to go into skid right now. But I still have to deal with this 1 veer card, 1 veer token the katana has. So I take that veer token, and for that veer token, I have to deal with 1 card. Oh, that is not good at all. Shit. Well, I gear down. Why is this guy down? Oh, I forgot they have different gears. Well, when I had that gear up 3, I meant to move. I would have moved both of them up, but I forgot they don't share the same gear. Anyway, the katana has to go down to 4. And unfortunately, it's going to go here. Which isn't so bad right now, except for the fact that now far ahead, he's in the dirt lane, so he's going to move down 1. And even worse, when this weather effect comes up, it's going to hit the side of the road. Shit. If I would have remembered that, I probably would have moved him 1 over just to be on the safe side. Alright, so everybody's turn is done, and we deal with the reveal event, the resolve event phase. And first up, we deal with this wind. At the same time, all vehicles move left or right, and yep, it's to the right. So, unfortunately, oh man, I can't. The idea was that was gonna move me into the support drone lane. Oh no, they all go that way. Okay, so it's all gonna be simultaneous, I think. So yeah, I'm in the right lane that I want to be in for him. He, unfortunately, hits the freaking wall. So that's going to knock out his yellow armor. I do get an extra card for that. Oh, now we got the Immortar. Immortar? Is that how you say that? Handling goes down by 2, but that doesn't matter. And that is it. Then we have the support drone. In the resolve event phase, each player with a vehicle on the lane that matches the lane card may look into their deck and discard for a weapon card. Show it to the rest of the players and put it in their hand. Alright, well, I will definitely look for a card. It's got to be a weapon card. Well, the only weapon card I don't have available is fireworks. Yeah, so pull that out. Alright, so now it's the next round. Support drone is done. I don't want that there anymore. The initiative phase. The high rollers first, but now I have initiative on the drone because of where he is, and they share the same initiative spot. Both the bikes do. Preparation phase. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7. 1, 2. I have 7 cards. And you draw to up to 5, but if you have more, you get to keep them, luckily. So I'm keeping all those cards, and now we go into reveal event phase. So the first thing I'm going to do is flip a coin to see if the weather changes. All right, if it shows the red side, put the top weather card at the bottom. For the green side, do nothing, so the weather stays the same. Now we have a second road event. Falling rocks. In the resolve event phase in initiative order, each vehicle on the lanes next to the barriers suffers 5 damage. And each vehicle on the lanes next to these lanes suffers 3 damage. Jeez. So this is the only good lane. The other lanes are all going to deal damage. We want to try and end it in that lane, but then because of the weather, you want to try and end it in this lane. Weather will push you over into the lane where the falling rocks won't hit you. All right, for the preparation phase, everybody gets their handling back to 8, or their maximum, I should say. Forgot to do that. And now we're at the race phase, and the high roller's up. The high roller has a stun token, so his handling's going to go down to 8. And he's going to take a AI card for the Beta Elemento, which is not in play. And he's going to try and use his weapons. And it's a drone spawn card, so I'll take some damage for that, unfortunately. The Dragon Tail won't do anything. The Smoke Bomb won't do anything. So none of those do anything, so now he tries to go to his default action. His default action is basically just skid. So let's see what happens there. Default action has a handling charge of 2. It's in gear 3. So you got gear down. That's not going to do anything. He moves to the right. Another card. He moves down. And he gets 1 more damage. And this is not good. He's going to hit me, maybe. Oh, he hits me. Then he's going to go back again for the far. He's going to hit me twice. He hits me for this. Bashes into me. Does 3 damage and 1 handling. He is now in the far behind lane, which moves him back 1. So because there's another vehicle in there, what happens is it's actually going to bash into me and do another 3 damage. Boom. Which is my last armor on the katana. And I also lose another handling. Oh, man. But it does give that katana the ability to make 1 move. So the question now is what's going to be that? I can bash him, but I'm thinking I should get out of that lane. What do we have for weaponry? Yep, I should definitely get out of that lane. I'm going to move over to here. It's a spawn. It's a drone spawn card. So we're all going to have to take 1 damage. Ugh. I think that goes to him, even though he didn't hit us with a weapon, since it was his turn. I think he gets the trophy there. And up next is the drone. The drone has a stun token, so the drone is going to lose 1 handling. And it's the dart card. It's another spawn token. Damn. He's going to try to use his weapons. That's not good either, because it's going to hit both of us. Shit. And does 5 damage. Does 5 damage. I think that's it for the katana. The katana is out of the game. Knocked him out. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I needed, and he's dead. Oh, man. The one good thing about that is when the when one of the bikes is knocked out, I'm playing with this signature weapon rule, which is normally when your vehicle gets his yellow armor token knocked out, you can bring your special weapon into play. For the bikes, it's for when your first bike gets knocked out of commission. All right, so I get Vendetta here. which can do a lot of damage. I can also remove a set of one of my other weapons. The reason you'd want to do that is so your deck isn't so diluted and harder to find, say like the Vendetta. I got the smoke trail and smoke and mirrors, which is all they do is bring down handling. I think I will. I think I'm just going to take those out of the game. Don't know if that's wise. I have to deal with the damage onto my other bike, which is going to knock out its green armor. 1, 2, 3. It's the green one. And this will be a trophy for the drone, but I get to gear up or down. I guess I'll leave it at 5. I always leave it at 5. I don't know if that's good or not. And the last thing is drone spawn, so my health is going to go down 1 for that. Oh, I forgot. This whole thing is going to cost him 3 in handling. So 1, 2, 3 is down to skid. It is now my turn. I could shoot the wheel wrap onto the Roomba. That'll do 2 damage to it. Knock it backwards. That's probably the best way because it'll put him out of harm's way from me. All right, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna use the wheel wrap. That's gonna cost me 1 handling. 2 damage to the Roomba. 2 nets on it. So when it tries to move forward, it's going to be doing more damage to itself, probably knock itself out. And it's going to push him back. And hopefully it'll skid. It's now going to skid. Hopefully it'll knock itself out. And I get 1 more action, and because of my special actions, I can play another card action instead of a driver. I can do anything that's up here and probably try to move forward. To hit with Vendetta. Alright, I'll move forward 1. Using my dodge, but I have to discard something. I'll discard this wheel wrap to the left side. And then that'll cost me 2 in handling. Alright, so those are both my actions. It goes back to the high roller. What's the high roller gonna do? It's the DCM Brawler card. Looks like he's gonna do a signature move. Signature move is 1 move, use weapons, then skid. 1 move is not gonna allow him to use his weapons, but they want to get out of the dirt lane. So he'd probably move here. And then can't use his weapons. So this is actually not going to cost him anything in handling. But now he will skid. He's on gear 3. First one is he takes 2 damage. Okay, I'll take that. Second one is he gears down. That means nothing. And he moves back into there. Third card is he moves down. Takes a damage. All right, and that's the end of that turn. And because he's in the dirt lane, he's gonna go back down another one. I could move. The thing is, I want to end the turn in the lane I'm in right now. Well, I think I'm just gonna try passing. It's completely crazy, but that's what I'm gonna do. Goes to the drone. The drone is in skid mode. Drone takes a stun token. And if the skid card is to move backwards, the drone is out. It is not. The drone survives. He moves over to here. Which also means the drone is going to make it through the falling rocks. Oh man, that drone just got really lucky. The only person who has stuff left this turn is the high roller. All right, here's what he's gonna do first. Signature action again. Oh man, which means the handling's not gonna go down at all. Because he cannot get into, he's just gonna try and get close to me. He can't do it. He's gonna move over here, as close as he can get, and then he's gonna skid for 3. And it's not gonna, the handling's gotta eventually go down here, or the game will never end. All right, 1, gears down, that's nothing. He moves here, oh, now we're getting into range here. Another one. 2 damage. Now he can actually hit me with a smoke bomb. All right, well, that was the end of that turn, and me and the drone are out of actions. Next up, the high roller is going to do this. Ooh, it's the high roller card, so the high roller takes his special action, which sucks for me, because he's going to bash me. But he can actually only bash me once. Oh, thank God. Anyways, handling's going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3. He's going to move forward 2, but I'm right in front of him. So instead he's going to hit me. This is going to cause 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, which is going to knock out my yellow armor, which is going to allow me to take a card. He gets this as a trophy. And I get pushed. He's going to try and push me into the dirt, and now that sucks because I'm going to be in the falling rocks at the end of the turn. And that sucks for me. Now that was the first one. Then you got the second one. It says he's going to move forward 2. So he's going to move up here. Jeez, I'm even the one who knew. The AI doesn't care about what lane it needs to be in. Only I care. And I knew to be in this lane, and I'm the only person who couldn't make it in. Well, actually, no. He still has stuff to do. He may not end up in that lane. Take that back. He's got another turn. And it's going to cost him 2 in handling, and he's going to try and move. He's going to try and get as close to me as possible. They don't so much like the dirt lanes, so he'll go here. And he can do 1 more. He's got 1 handling left. He tries to use his weapon. He cannot. Tries to use his weapon. Can't use his weapon on me. So he'll use his default action, which is skid. So he'll now skid, and then I'm gonna have to take 1 damage due to the drone spawn card. And I hope he gets out of my way so that I can at least get less. I can get less damage from the falling rocks coming up in the resolve event phase if he gets out of my way. All right, so 3, 1. Okay, that's good. 2. Although he does have another turn, so we'll see what happens. Oh, 2 more damage. It's down to 1. 3. He moves down, which he can't do, which he's going to bash into his own drone. He's going to do 3 damage to his own drone. He knocks the drone out. So that got lucky. The drone's... Well, the drone spawned. Shit. The drone's going to now respawn back. Okay. I mean, I didn't get... at least I didn't get the 1 damage for that. The drone spawns the first missing drone on a space adjacent to that boss and closest to any player. With its initiative token behind the last initiative token already on the track. That means this, oh man. Well, that means this drone is now going to get to do all of its stuff. Goes here. All right, here we go. Here's the spawn. I mean, here's the AI card for the drone. God, I thought I'd at least make it through this round. Maybe not. Drone does its signature action. His signature move costs 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, it's gonna push me into the wall too. It does 2 damage. 1, 2. Does 2 damage there. Pushes me 2 to the left. Ah. Which I'm already all the way to the left, so that's not going to do any good. But it's going to knock out my last health. I mean, my last armor, which he gets to take as a token and allows me to move. If I go up, I can get a little bit out of the falling rock, so I guess I got to go there. It is now the High Roller's turn. He is on 1 handling. The card action is his weapons. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If I was here, he'd be able to hit with that. So he's not going to do that. And it's a spawn card, so I'm going to have 1 health anyway. It's going to go to his default action, which costs 2 in handling. And he goes into skid. 3. 3 cards. First one, moves down. Second one, moves to the right. Third one. So here's the deal. He's going to get pushed down. Normally that would cost him 3 in health, but it won't. Because he has this special ability. When he goes far behind, I ignore the damage and place it on the row closest to far ahead instead of far behind. Go there. But he still takes that 1 damage, which would knock out his yellow armor. And he's doing that because it's his turn, so nobody gets the trophy of the armor. And that is it for him. Now we go into skid for the Roomba. Roomba's gear 1. So the Roomba's going to move to the right. That means he's going to be hit by the falling rocks. Not terribly, but a little bit. And it's the end of the round for him. And finally, we're on the High Roller. Finally, it's the end of the round for him. He takes a stun token. Just 1. And he's on gear 3. He's going to take 3 skids. 1. Moves to the right. Keep going to the right. 1 down. Takes the damage. Go to the right. Oh, yes. Goes to the right. The gear down doesn't matter for him, but he's going to go to the right. So he's even going to get even more damage. It is the end of the race phase, and we're at the resolve event phase, which we now deal with all this weather stuff, which is not going to go well for any of us. But I'm the most hurting here. I only have 4 health left. All right, this card comes into play. It's been in play, and it's always to the right. In the resolve event phase, at the same time, all vehicles move left or right. So I'm gonna go here. He's gonna go here. The high roller here is gonna hit the wall. The handling damage of 2 doesn't matter, but he will take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. He's down to 5. He has 5 and one armor token. All right, and the falling rocks, and the resolve event phase, and initiative order. So the high roller's up first. Each vehicle on the lanes next to barriers. He's next to a barrier. He suffers 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It knocks out his last health. I mean, his last armor. Keep saying that. Just knocks it out. And he can choose to move forward, backward, left, or right. He is aggressive, so he'll try to get close to me, so he'll move back over to here. Okay, next up is me. And each vehicle on the lanes next to these lanes suffers 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. I'm down to 1. And the drone is also going to suffer 3. 1, 2, 3. The drone's down to 1, but he still has an armor token. Yeah, not good. I can do some serious damage right away. All right, that's the end of that round. We're now on to the 3rd round, the initiative phase. It's me and the high roller. I actually have initiative on that because we are equal in rows, but I'm higher gear. And then the drone's coming up last. The preparation phase, you have 5. So I can throw away some cards in hopes of getting that left wing or right wing, but I don't think I'm going to get it. I got this Vendetta. This will knock, I can knock him down to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll knock him to 4, I mean. All right, I don't know. I'm just going to keep what I have. All right, that's the preparation phase, except now we got to put all the handling back to the full amounts for all the vehicles. And then we have reveal event phase. All right, flip a coin green. The weather stays the same. Red, we change the weather. Change the weather. All right, coming up is Electric Avenue. This round, each bash attack has the additional effect of 1 damage of electricity. When you deal such damage, deal that same damage to all other vehicles adjacent to the previous target, also diagonally, and repeat the process for each of the new targets. Your vehicle cannot be damaged with your own electric damage, and each other vehicle can only be hit once per effect. So those 2 cards are adjacent. If I were to come over here and bash this guy with it, instead of my normal 1 damage to it, I would do 2, and then I'd still also do 1 electric damage to him as well. That may help me out a lot in this round, actually, even just the 2. Oh, I still have the normal race event to pull here. What's going on here? Hard right. In the resolve event phase, at the same time, all vehicles perform an additional action depending on their gear. The road makes a hard right turn, which kind of swings you to the left. So I'm in gear 5. I'll move twice to the left. Left, and then left again. Gear 4, you just move. It's 1 action of moving twice left. And if you're in gear 3, you move once to the left. And also that 5th gear, you also push if you collide into somebody on the 2nd one. Gotta watch out for that. But if the game's gonna be over before then, I think this is the round the game ends. You know, I have 1 health, and all the armor's gone from the high roller. But I have initiative, and I'm gonna knock out a bunch of his health. I hopefully will get lucky. I could still win, but it's gonna be tough. Anyway, we've done the reveal event phase. Now we have the race phase. And again, as I said, I have initiative. And I can just do Vendetta right away and knock out 5 damage on him. And give him a burn token. 2 burn tokens. Well, I'm definitely doing Vendetta. Let's do Vendetta. That's going to cost 2 handling. And yeah, I get to hit the drone too. Yeah, I can hit the drone as well. I do 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's down to 4. He gets 2 burn tokens. And the Roomba gets his green armor gone. I don't know why it was green. Should have been red. Should have had a red armor there. And that gives him an extra move action. And let me give him his 2 burn tokens before I forget, because now I have to figure out where he's going to go. He is aggressive, so he's going to try and get as close to me as he can. So I guess he will move here. I don't like that because I was hoping they'd do some bashing when Clumsy type skids. And that is it, I guess. Now I'm thinking maybe I should do this burnout so I can pull some more cards. Another option is to try Stoppy. Move back so I can do fireworks on him. All right, I will play the rocket jockey, which one more handling than the other one. I'm in gear 5. So I guess I'll move there. There. Possibly over here so I can bash him. If I can, even though I probably won't be able to. Yeah, I'll do that. Then I take a burn token. Unfortunately, that's gonna suck. Now it is the high roller's turn. All right, the high roller has a stun. He's gonna lose 1 in handling. He has 2 burn tokens. So he's gonna take a card but not look at it. And then he has to take his default action. His default action is gonna be to skid. Hopefully he loses some conditions here. Let's see. If he gets both of those condition cards, that'll leave him down to one health. 1, 2, 3. If he bashes into the drone, that knocks the drone down to 1 health. All right. What happens though? Down. Okay. Whoops. 2 damage. Yes. 2 health. Gear down, and he moves to the right. And it is the end of his turn. So he's gonna move down 1 more because he's in the dirt lane. Now we have the drone is up. Drone's the one I'm scared of here. Because the drone also has a burn card, so he's gonna go into his default action, which is he has a pretty aggressive default action there. He has 1 optional move and then try and bash. He can't do any of those though. If he can't do it, he's optionally going to move to try. Well, he's brutal type, so he'll try to get as close to me as possible. So I guess he'll go down 2 in handling and move up. All right, that is his turn. I've got a burn token. I have to get rid of a card. All I have to do is take out 2 damage. 2 damage. If I could bash into the high roller in this turn before he hurts me or the drone, I can win the game. I have the Stoppy. That allows me to move down 2. I can't do it in this turn though. Thanks. All right, I'm gonna get rid of the mortar. It's my burn, and I'm gonna use Stoppy. Go down 1 in handling. That'll allow me to go back twice. Or no, I'll go back here. Then I'll move here. Go down and bring my handling back up by 1. That means at the end, I'll be moving down. Oh shit. I got it. Now, I'm going to play dodge. I'm going to discard fireworks. Handling is going to go down by 2 for that, and then dodge, I'm going to move down 1. Now I'm in the dirt lane, so the dirt lane moves me down 1. So I bash into the high roller. I do 1 damage in handling. 1 damage and then 1 damage in handling, but because of the electric storm, I do another 1, and the high roller is dead. Knocked it just barely, because I have one of my bikes is dead and the other one's just at 1 health. So I barely made it through that. Oh, that was pretty freaking brutal. I just barely pulled this off on the 3rd round.